Good morning, everyone. Okay. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna piss off a lot of fathers, and I don't want to hear it. I mean, I'll hear it, but I'm not gonna care what you have to say. This dad movement. If you have children and you're going through a custody battle, this dad movement that is captivating, circulating the social media with their fake ass videos and their fake ass posts, you can stop now, because you can say that you do it all on your own, but I've had conversations with guys straight up telling me that when they move to a new place and everything to get away from the other parent, they're looking for another replacement to watch their kids, to help them out with their kids so they can work. And another thing I found out, even if you have, if the father has custody of the child, guess what? The mother can still get child support. Y'all didn't think that through, clearly, did you? Especially for you, they got away with the legal kidnapping. Whoever thought of a word? Illegal kidnap. I mean, you would think kidnapping is illegal, but in some cases they said it's legal kidnapping. That's how I know Shasta County's done lost its fucking mind. Because now the other parent can just convince the other child, especially if they're at an age where they give that they have said in court has consent to make up their mind. So think of it this way, for you young ones, you have to wait till about 12 or 13 years, or panic around that time when your child decides that they want to go to the other parent. It's a panic. But you know what? If you force them to stay, they're going to run away. So you give them the option. You let them go, even though you don't want to. And it breaks your heart every day not seeing your child, because they're a teenager and they're probably doing teenage things at the other parent's house, because the other parent is probably working and not able to witness all this stuff. I just recently went through another scare. The same scare that triggered this last court thing. My final round of court is on its way, but it's not about custody. So, I've had it. After seeing that one line of information that I really didn't want to see, and I'm like, wow, I just keep getting screwed over by the same group of people. For what reason? So I've been doing some digging, and I do believe it has to do with the state of Jefferson. Somebody had convinced these fathers and stuff to step up. I was like, oh, well, you got a child? Oh, step up, dude. Now's the time to step up. 10 fucking years later? Seriously? I liked it better when you were gone. But 10 fucking years later, you want to be a father. Great. To a teenager that already got busted in my household. But let's go ahead and say that, oh, I'm the perfect parent. I've got it all figured out. Yeah, 10 fucking years later, try doing it consistently for 13 years with you not being present. You're gonna learn. It's okay. This past 2 years has been hell in this department for me, but it's okay. Yes, I do believe that people should be divorced. They need to be divorced. Yes, I believe a custody arrangement can be made without people going off and tearing people up in court and raking them through the coals. Now see, one of the fathers had went as bold as to threaten me if I didn't lower the child support. And told me, "You think you hate court now?" He goes, "If you don't accept this amount," he says, "I'm going to trial and I will get her permanently." So even though I was in front of a court judge and everything, I decided to choose my battle and say, you know what, you can threaten me. You want it lowered, let's lower it. I don't fucking care. I'd rather have the child in my life anyways. Mothers, if you went through that situation and the judge asked you if you were coerced, don't say no. Have the balls to speak up. And the next time you go to a child support matter, you go ahead and you let her know that I was just threatened in the hallway. And you wish they had a video camera in there, but sometimes they don't. So, yeah, one of the fathers decided to let me know that he was threatening to take my child away from me permanently because if I did not agree to the child support amount. And he got away with it. I haven't seen child support from this guy in a few years now. I know it's been at least over 4 years now. Yeah. It's been about 4 years ago. I think the last time I received child support. So even if the child is in their home or not, they're still going to have it deducted from their checks. They're still going to have it affect them in tax season. So keep that in mind, fathers. And for those that were online complaining about a single mother celebrating Father's Day, I'm a single mother. Purely by accident, I end up celebrating because my schedule changed and everything, and then they want to do, so sometimes you guys can do your own arrangement outside of court. And what happened is, we both had a request at the same time. At the same time that we had a request to do a change that we could both agree upon, it was purely by accident. I ended up getting my child for Father's Day. And for all you that were in that dad movement for Father's Day and complaining that you didn't get your child for Father's Day, simply just ask. Can you just simply ask why you're not getting the child? Or if the day falls in on the mother, guess what? The mother still gets it. Because if you didn't specify Father's Day rights in court because you just want to get rushed through and you had to fill out a paper and everything, and it says the time that you are asking for. Now, whatever time you're asking for and what the judge gives you doesn't always coincide. And you have to accept defeat. Because once the judge decides your time with your child, just know you need to learn how to talk and communicate with the other parent. Because if you don't, all they have to do is submit that paperwork and say we're out of agreement, and the sheriffs will go and pick up the child. Now, not always. I did that one my very first time when I noticed that the father had overstepped and grabbed on my time. I went to the DA, and because he had somebody else kidnap my child out of school, I went through it, that All he had to do was relinquish the child back. And then we had to do court again. There is no incarceration. There is no... But because I attempted, because I had a VA counselor tell me to take all 3 kids and go. I was told that I was married to the mentality of a 14-year-old boy. So it made sense. The 14-year-old boy would want to chase teenage girls. I went there. Now, more information had been brought to my attention, and out of respect, I'm not going to, dig in too deep in this because there was another individual involved. The reason why the court case was dropped, because they were more focused on the current situation of the girl not being pregnant by the other father. It's a strange situation. And I keep finding every day I keep going to that town. Just for whatever reasons, I end up getting new information, just dropped in my lap, and I'm supposed to deal with it. I don't go asking for it. I don't go... some people, I think all I asked was, is there a secret, not community, but like a secret organization within Shasta County that I need to be aware of? And then when I got the information, I ended up realizing it was related to one of the fathers, and I'm just like, ugh, come on. I didn't want to hear that, but I did. So, yeah, the first thing I was like, oh, I heard so-and-so was in jail, and it's like, well, was, but not anymore, unless I got to go back online and check and see if he's in custody, because that would be interesting, because then that means if he's in custody, guess what? Another thing is, if the other parent is ever in custody, you are granted what is called emergency orders. File your emergency orders as soon as the other parent is in custody. Now, I don't recommend going and knocking out the other parent out of the picture by setting them up to go to be incarcerated. That will fall back on you. I've never done it personally, but other people I have witnessed do this to some people, and it does reflect badly in court. Another situation is, I'm going to go there. People that are in custody battles, stay off the internet, and if you have to vent and stuff, be as vague as possible. It falls in the lines of some form called ex parte information that your lawyer or the judge or the defense, whatever you got going on in your court case, is watching you and is observing your behavior. People can screenshot stuff off of there and print it out and put it in their declarations. Don't do it. I made that mistake. And I was just so angry, and I vented out. By golly, my words popped up in court, and they were all like, well, because of this, so I feel that this is like, oh, okay. All right. The worst thing you can do to your relationship with children is appear unstable in court. That is the worst thing you can do. And there are other parents that are instructed to make You look unstable. Now, who's instructing them? I'm not quite sure. I'm still looking into this. Like I said, this dad movement is pretty swift, but not smart enough, if you catch my drift. I'm finding out so much. First of all, none of y'all are thinking with the bright brain. You're thinking of the money brain. You're in the compartmentalization of funding. So the first thing you want to do is you want to ask around about, questions that are none of your business. I literally, the emotional abusive the guy that I was dating that was emotionally abusive, but had prior accounts of being physically abusive, I was okay to date. Because he was friends with one of the fathers, and he was cleared to date. Oh yeah, I went, like when I said I went through 13 years of hell, I wasn't joking. I had it to where I was told who I could date. I was told where I could live. I was told, I was given permission to move or not. I wanted to move to Sacramento, and they're all like, that's not going to work out for us. But, and then they had a friend who runs a tax office. See where the correlation goes? And this tax personnel will tell the other parent when you file. If you file for extra child credit or whatever it is. It's another thing. This dad movement is pushing so they can get more money through taxes. One. The dad movement is being pushed so they don't have to pay child support. That failed too. This dad movement is also another way to regain back with your ex by using the child as a pawn. Don't fall for it. One of the fathers was trying to pull me back so he could avoid paying child support. One of the main reasons why the first time I mentioned divorce didn't go through is because this guy decided that he wanted to mention to me, well, I can't afford to pay child support. And I was all like, so he says, can we try again? My stupid ass, for the sake of trying to keep the family together, I went back. And we worked out a little bit, but then I found out that he had been cheating again. Not only cheating with friends and underage girls, but called lot lizards. Yes. One of the fathers was a known truck driver who was involved in some pretty shady business. Now, he wasn't a clamper, but he was friends with clampers. And what I have been discovering is majority of truckers are clampers. Now, I'm not putting down all clampers, but I had a really bad time with a few clampers trying to set me up to fail in court. And I mean, I'm talking about where we had a clamper that has custody of his children or has shared custody with his children, but is a known coke dealer. And they're setting me up trying to get me to partake. Now these two guys, and it was a team effect. It was a team, whatever you want to call it. They're not so bright. And they were definitely backing State of Jefferson. So when these guys decided to rein in on my life for the sake of this dad movement, because a lot of them all got custody of their teenage daughters, it has me thinking, Well, with your mentality and the way you guys treat women, are you setting up these daughters to be future widows? I hope not. I'll gut a fucking clamper if he even dares try and staring at my 2 beautiful daughters that are teenagers. I'll fuck you up one way or another. Because, I started thinking, it's like, I've seen this actual couple go through this situation where he's constantly in pictures with the daughter, and I was like, I wonder if he's grooming her. I went there, clampers. Something about, I don't know, strange stuff. I got a strange vibe and started thinking, just what if? Another thing is, if you're part of the shit show and you've donated money to the cause, guess what? You donated the money to their nostrils, to airplane tickets to fly back and forth. Probably donated money to transport drugs. To pay for shit show parties with King Shithead. Who I had the unpleasure of meeting and dealing with. So, just because someone is a video blogger, or does all these strange challenges and stuff, and then it mentions a cause of so and so needing this, or our buddy this, or PBC, or anything involving clamper activities, just know this: the money isn't being distributed properly. And whoever is a chapter commander or Beelzebub, whatever the hell they call them, please get your men under control. You see, a clamper can only be a man. The widder is the woman that he cheats on or passes around to his friends. So what I discovered for the unfaithful widders, you get a moment of glory, or I guess you get passed around, and then try and work things out with another clamper. I don't know. The society has definitely got issues. And we call each other brother, and they say satisfactory and all this dumb shit, waste of time stuff, where they say, well, we do the gold plaques for parks and stuff. Great. So you get to designate what is considered a historical moment, and you put your plaque on it, and then you guys get drunk, and you do stupid shit when you get drunk. And then on top of it, you disrespect your children, you disrespect your widow, your wife, and not even your wife. Sometimes they don't even get to be married. They just claim they're married, but there's no papers stating they're married. There's no name changing. There's nothing. You are the epitome of douchebaggery. I said it. So it's okay for you to step out and be with multiple women. So the way I see it is, one of the fathers definitely had the mannerisms and behavior of one, but is not declared a clamper. But I guess he's in the I want to be one, because King Shithead of the shit show used to live with one of the fathers. So when I say set up, I definitely mean set up. I even had a conversation with him recently, and I was like, and I called him out and said, you and her are douchebags. Because if I'm right, I do believe the woman that King Shithead is with, who's his widder and whatever, and while he's going around and being with other widders and passing on to this and that, I just want to say right now, once I gain proof that this was the named girl that one of the fathers was with, all hell will break loose. And I will come down like a vengeance like you never know. It's not where I'm going to play God with your life. I'm going to teach you the lesson of a lifetime. So you better hope to God I don't find out that those two, that the two different names is not the same person. She knows who she is. If I find out it was you, whether we were enemies or friends, that doesn't matter. When I find out it was you, expect your life to unravel. I've got so much dirt on all of this. Don't think I will not go back to court. Because you had been there from the very beginning. And I remember seeing him talk to you. And I remember you sitting at the desk and flirting with him. And if I find out that all this is connected in a major way for State of Jefferson, the Clampers, and all this shit, so help me God, Shasta County better be prepared for what's coming. Was very disappointed to find out a lot of different things. But now I've been piecing things together. I might be off a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is the situation. So if I find out the State of Jefferson, Clampers, Dad Movement, Trump, and my children were all involved in some kind of scheme, some kind of poor planning, be prepared. I've never been more disgusted with a state president, a county, more in my life than I have these past couple of years. So Dad Movement, be ready. Because I've got your counteraction going on right now. Y'all got your secret groups. Guess what? I've got mine. I'm going to make things right. If I find out the way you all been making this money is by scamming people and by drugs and dealing drugs, I'll blow the whistle. I'm doing it right now, aren't I? Shows you what I've got. Shows you how much I'm not afraid of your little fucking organization. Shows you how much I will go through hell and fight for my children. Shows you that I'm not the bitch you want to mess with. So as soon as I find out that anybody that is trying to date me, pursue me, or whatever it is affiliated with the Clampers, that is a negative ghostwriter. I've already seen enough Clamper business to know enough that this is not the type of man you want to be with, ladies. That they'll put on a good show and they'll tell you so many things, because I kept trying to figure out why I was told certain things at the times that I was told, and I was just like, is it possible? I'm like, no. And then I'm like, yes. So I went ahead and started taking some action. Now I've got a couple of pissed off clampers. Just you wait. I'll probably have all the clampers mad at me from this video, and I don't give a flying fuck. You mess with the wrong woman, you mess with the wrong mother, and now you're gonna have a whole lot of bullshit on your hands to deal with once I'm done. As far as I'm concerned, I hope that these two motherfuckers get stripped of their colors and booted out, because these two individuals are the reason why I'm doing this. And will not get away with what they pulled, not only on me, but other women. So say no to witterism. When a clamper wants to make you his witter, tell him to fuck off. When a clamper claims that you're going to get married in a certain month, you say, I don't think so. No surrendering, ladies. They're out. They're no good. They're out for bad business. And this is for protection that I'm mentioning this drinking society. Because whenever there's drugs and alcohol involved, there's stupidity. I said it. All right, clampers, you've been called out. Yeah, that's great. You give out toys to children during Christmas. I'll give you that. I do remember that you guys are a part of that. But not all your guys are handling the money appropriately. Not all your guys are behaving satisfactory. Shit, some of them don't even have the ability to satisfy. Whoops. But anyways. So let's go there. I find out that a guy that talks to me, stepping on my page, even wants to try and take me on a date as a clamper, I will shut you down and I will tell you why. Until those two motherfuckers are out of the clamper society. You have a choice. You either get rid of them, Andrew Jefferson, Jason, Michael, not so bright, called you out. You either strip these fuckers of their colors and you boot them out, or expect hell. Your choice. What these guys pulled was terrible. And hearing one of them called before my court case just told me, oh, really? Okay, so you guys want to play that way. So to whichever father that is connected to the clampers, you've been pre-warned. If you think I don't have the ability to shut down a program where these guys cheat on their women, steal from their children, and possibly are looking at teenage daughters as their future widow or their side piece, whatever it is, God have mercy on your souls, because I won't. I gave you warning, but I'm not going to give you mercy. I will be making things right because you chose not to. I will be taking action because you think you're going to get away with this. day, I better not find out that this is all connected to state of Jefferson and this is all connected to Trump and all this stuff, because I'm telling you right now, Queen Bee's pissed. I'm even in my colors. You fucked with the wrong bitch. On that note, I gotta get to work. Y'all have a good one.